Okay, so good morning everyone. So we are here again. So another exciting week no for fundamentals of accountancy, business and management 1. So our topic for this week is about actually we're completing the accounting cycle no for business cycle. But for this week we will be part 1 muna tayo kasi medyo mahaba. Kasi medyo mahaba, no? So, part 1 muna tayo. But anyway, so, good morning everyone and welcome to our session for Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management 1. Okay, so mag-isa lang po muna ako ngayon. Tutor Carmi is busy with her work right now. She'll be joining us next week. Okay, so for now, so ito na quarter 4, week 2, and part 1 muna tayo. We will study worksheet, the worksheet. Okay? Ayan, so wala si Tutor Carmi ngayon. So I am Tutor Carol, your tutor for this week. Okay, so our objectives, okay, so at the end of the session, you will be able to complete the accounting cycle. Okay, particularly the preparation of the worksheet. Okay? Next, please. Okay, so here are the steps in the accounting cycle of a service business. So we're done with identifying and analyzing, and after which journalizing naman tayo. So this is the recording of the transaction in the journal, and then posting to the ledger. Done with that, and then um, unadjusted, the preparation of the trial balance, particularly unadjusted trial balance. Okay, and then adjusting entries, done na tayo dyan last week. Okay, so ngayon, pag-aaralan natin is the adjusted trial balance and the use of the worksheet. Okay, so here, looking back, so we have here the unadjusted trial balance of Gala Travel and Tours. So nakikita nyo naman, no, there are 3 columns. First column for the accounts we use, and then the debit column and the credit column. Arrangement of the accounts is based on our acronym ALAREX, or assets, liabilities, equity, revenue, and expenses. And of course, yung ending balance nila is yung normal balance nila. Okay, assets, normal balance is debit, and liabilities, credit, okay, and then capital, credit also, drawings, debit, and then revenue, credit, and then expenses, okay, debit ang kanyang normal balance. So sa trial balance natin dapat balanse ang debit side at ang credit side. Okay, debit side, credit side must be equal. Okay, we have instructions here. Prepare the adjusting entries of Gala Travel and Tours on December 31, 2020. So use the account balances in the looking back section of your reference. So ito na nga yun. This will be our reference, okay, to prepare the adjusting entries for Gala Travel and Tours. So we have here 6 items to be adjusted. Okay, so pag-aaralan natin yan isa-isa. Okay, sasagutan natin yan isa-isa so we can prepare the worksheets. Okay, next slide please. Okay, so here, okay, medyo okay, so adjusting entries tayo. Instructions give the adjusting entries on December 31, 2020. So we will answer first the first 2 items to be adjusted. Okay, the first one is prepaid rent expired. Okay, 1,000 pesos. So ibig sabihin nito, from our unadjusted trial balance na meron tayong prepaid rent, 1,000 of which daw has already expired. Na-expire na, ibig sabihin, nagamit na. Okay, so our adjusting entry will be, okay, on December 31, okay, debit rent expense 1,000 and credit prepaid rent, okay, 1,000 pesos. Okay, to record, ang explanation will be to record the rent expense. And yung ating pangalawang item na kailangan i-adjust is supplies on hand, 400 pesos. So if you're going to check your trial balance, unadjusted trial balance, ang supplies ay mayroong 700 pesos na, okay, ending balance. Okay? At ang sinasabi sa ating adjusting entries, okay, 400 pesos na lang daw ang natira from 700. So, i-minus mo 700 minus 400. Okay, 300 pesos na lang. 300 pesos ay nagamit na. So, gagawin natin yan ng adjusting entries. So, debit supplies expense, 300, and credit supplies, 300. And our explanation will be to record supplies used. Okay? Ano bang nire-record natin? Yung used. Okay, used part ng ating supplies, which is 300 pesos. Okay? Okay, so for number 3 and 4, next please. Okay, so ayan. Naka-reveal na yung ating mga sagot, no? Okay, so instruction, give the adjusting entries on December 31, 2020 once again. Okay, depreciation of furniture is 275. So yung furniture natin, no, hindi naman siya forever brand new. So habang ginagamit natin yan ay nag-e-expire yan. Okay, so nag-expire siya or nagagamit or naluluma. So for this year, 2020, 275 daw ang naging depreciation ng ating furniture. Okay, so ang ating December 31, okay, adjusting entries is debit depreciation expense 275 and credit accumulated depreciation 275. Okay, ang explanation natin is to record the depreciation on furniture. Okay, for number 4, accrued salary expense. Okay, 950. So when we say accrued expense, so these are expenses already incurred but not yet paid. Okay, alam natin na meron tayong dapat bayaran, pero hindi pa nga natin na ibibigay yung ating bayad. Unbilled. Okay, so ang ating adjusting entry for that, December 31, debit salary expense 950 and credit salary payable 950. Okay, our explanation will be to record accrued salary expense. Okay, next please. Okay, so eto, ang ating for number 5 and number 6, okay? So give the adjusting entries again on December 31, 2020. Ang problem natin for number 5, accrued service revenue 250. Ito naman, when you say accrued revenue, okay, accrue services already given but not yet paid. So meron tayong accounts receivable. Okay, so on December 31, we have debit accounts receivable 250 and credit service revenue 250. And our explanation will be to record accrued service revenue. Okay, and on December 31, okay, for number 6, service revenue that was collected in advance and now has been earned. Okay, so nung una, meron tayong tinanggap na advance payment from our clients. Okay, advance payment nila for services to be rendered. Okay, but now, okay, so yung adjusting entries natin, okay, 150 pesos of which daw, okay, is already served. Okay, so our adjusting entry will be debit unearned service revenue 150 and credit service revenue 150. Okay, our explanation will be to record service revenue collected in advance. Okay? Next please, okay? So this will be our topic for today, no? The preparation of the worksheet. So let us study what a worksheet is. A worksheet is a common tool and a summary device used by accountants to gather on a sheet of paper all the information needed for the preparation of the financial statements, okay, adjusting entries, closing entries, and the post-closing trial balance. Okay? Okay, ayan. Okay, parang wala tayong animation. Paano kaya ito? I cannot, okay? So for the first, okay, for the first, sige, tuloy tang natin to. For the first column, ang ilalagay natin dyan ay yung accounts. We will put there all the accounts we used, okay? Yung accounts na nasa ledger natin, ilalagay natin dyan lahat. Okay? Ang arrangement niya, assets muna, and then liabilities, and then equity, capital, and then equity, drawings, okay? And then, okay, revenue and expenses. Yun ang ilalagay natin sa first column. Okay, for the next column, okay, unadjusted trial balance, we have the debit side and the credit side. Ang ilalagay naman natin dyan is yung ending balance, okay, sa ating ledger or yung amount na nakalagay sa ating, okay, nakalagay sa ating unadjusted trial balance, parang kokopyahin lang natin. Okay, sa adjustments, okay, yung ginawa natin kanina, yung numbers 1 to 6, okay, yun ang ilalagay natin dito. Ilalagay natin yung amount sa debit side and sa credit side. Okay, then sa adjusted trial balance, ang ilalagay naman natin dyan ay yung, okay, balance or yung ending balance, okay, updated balance of each account. So from the unadjusted trial balance, and then sa adjustments column, kung meron tayong kailangang i-add or i-minus. So pag debit and debit, that's add. Credit and credit, that's add also. And then kapag debit and credit, we need to subtract that. So i-update natin yung ending balance dito sa column ng adjusted trial balance. Okay, and of course, dun sa column ng income statement, okay, ano ang laman dyan? Revenue and expenses. Okay, revenue and expenses ang nakalagay dyan. And then, okay, dito naman sa balance sheet, ang mga laman dyan is yung assets, liabilities, and okay, equity. Okay, and then of course, ang basis na ilat natin dyan is the adjusted trial balance. Whatever is written in the adjusted trial balance, that is the amount that we will put in this column. Income statement column and balance sheet column. Okay, so okay, so dyan na nga ang ilalagay natin. Okay, next please. Okay, so ayan, no? So nakikita ninyo yung unadjusted trial balance natin. Okay? Okay, kinapi-paste lang natin sa ating worksheet. Copy-paste lang yan. Parehong-pareho. All the accounts, okay, ita-transfer mo lang doon. And then debit side, yung debit column is lalagay mo lang dyan. And then yung amount sa credit column. But be very careful, okay, in transferring, no? Kasi magkamali tayo ng isang lugar dyan, okay, mali na lahat ang ating, okay, gagawin. Okay, so as you can see, okay, total is both 51,800. Okay, so let us see our adjustments. Okay, ayan. So ayan yung ginawa natin, no? Number 1 and number 2 kanina. Okay, so meron tayo dyan. Ang number una natin ginamit is rent expense. Okay, so kay rent expense siya, no? Wala namang nakasulat kanina sa rent expense, kaya isusulat na lang natin yan, okay, dyan sa ilalim ng utilities expense. And then copy the amount. So amount niyan, copy mo sa debit side, 1,000 pesos. And then yung supplies, okay, Yung prepaid rent, okay, meron naman tayong sinulat kanina, so hindi ka na magdadagdag. Ilalagay mo na lang yung amount niya. Okay? And then, okay, sa susunod, supplies expense naman, okay, wala pa rin. Wala tayong sinulat kanina. Originally, walang nakalagay sa ang ating unadjusted trial balance. So, isulat mo na lang din siya. Isunod mo siya dun sa rent expense. Okay, and then the amount, okay, which is debit 300 pesos. And then, okay, supplies, meron naman tayong supplies. Okay? Meron tayong supplies dyan. So, okay, ilagay mo na lang yung amount sa credit side. 300 pesos. Okay, next please. Okay, ito naman yung ating numbers 3 and 4 kanina. Okay, so depreciation expense. Okay, so depreciation expense, originally, walang nakasulat sa ating unadjusted trial balance. So isunod mo na lang siya ulit isulat mo siya doon sa ilalim. Okay, nakalagay, depreciation expense, meron siyang debit 275. Okay, and then accumulated depreciation, wala rin siya originally, so isulat mo rin siya ulit sa ilalim. Okay, credit 275 naman yan. Okay? And then yung number 4 natin, we have salary expense. Okay, meron naman tayong salary expense. So hindi mo na kailangang idagdag yan kasi originally meron tayo yan. No? So lagay mo na lang sa adjustments column, debit 950. And then yung salaries payable, wala rin siya. Susulat mo siya sa ilalim. Okay? Yung naka-red. Okay, salaries payable sa adjustment side, credit side, 950 pesos. Okay? Next, please. Okay, eto na. Number 5 and 6 na to, yung ginawa natin. So, accounts receivable, meron naman tayo niyan, accounts receivable. Okay, so, lagyan mo na lang yung adjustments column sa debit side ng 250. How about service revenue? Meron din tayo. Okay, meron din tayong service revenue. Okay, so lagay mo sa credit side niya 250. And then, dun sa number 6 natin, unearned service revenue, meron tayo niyan originally. So, lagyan mo na lang, lagay mo sa debit side ng adjustments yung 150. And then, okay, sa credit, okay, yung credit side niya, service revenue ulit, okay, lagay mo na sa credit side yung 150. So, meron tayong dalawa, no? Dalawang nakalagay sa credit side ng service revenue. So, that's the end of our adjustments. So, let us total the debit side and the credit side. Okay? So, meron tayong 2,925. So, balance. Okay? Now, dito na tayo sa adjusted trial balance. Okay? So, i-adjust na natin, no? Ang lalagay natin dito is, basis natin will be your unadjusted trial balance and your adjustments. Okay, kung wala namang laman ng adjustments column, okay, so forward mo na lang yan sa adjusted trial balance. For example, yung cash. Wala naman tayong adjustments for cash. So, kopyahin mo na lang yan sa yung amount na 24,800 sa adjustment, okay, sa adjusted trial balance. Okay, same thing with yung furniture, no? Ifo-forward na lang natin yan. But for accounts receivable na merong laman ang ating adjustments column, so meron sa trial balance, meron siyang debit 2,250, sa adjustments merong debit 250, so add yan. Kailangan natin yung pagsamahin. So sa adjusted trial balance, meron tayong debit 2,550. Same thing with supplies. Okay, but this time, debit and credit siya. So we need to subtract that. And our amount for adjusted trial balance is, okay, debit 400 pesos. Okay, bakit ko inilagay sa debit side? Okay, inilagay yan sa debit side kasi okay, mas malaki ang 700 pesos na nakalagay sa debit side. Yung normal balance niya since supplies is an asset. Okay? For prepaid rent, okay, meron tayong debit din and credit, so we need to subtract that. So, okay, 3,000 minus 1,000, the amount for the adjusted trial balance is 2,000 pesos. Okay, so furniture, wala naman, forward na lang. Same thing with, accounts payable, wala. Okay, so unearned service revenue, credit and debit, so we need to subtract that. So meron tayong, 300 pesos sa credit side. Okay, so same goes with the other accounts. So, ganun na lang siya. Plus minus, or forward mo na lang siya. Then, pag nagawa mo na lahat yan, total mo na lang siya ulit. Okay? Debit side and credit side. Okay? So, total natin for the debit side is 53,275. Okay? Same goes with the credit side. 53,275. So, dapat balance yan. Okay? Pag hindi yan nag-balance, something is wrong. Okay? So, you need to go back and check. Okay? Now, let's study, the income statement column. Okay? Our basis natin is the adjusted trial balance. The amount in the adjusted trial balance will be the amount we will use, okay? Dito sa income statement column. Okay? Next, please. Okay, so anong mga ilalagay natin sa income statement? Ang ilalagay natin dyan ay revenue and expenses. So, ayun. So, meron tayo starting with service revenue until depreciation expense. Okay? So, ifo-forward mo lang ang mga amounts niyan, okay, sa ating income statement columns. And then, debit side, ang total natin for the debit side is 3,875. Okay, sa credit side, 7,400. Now, if you're going to ask me, Miss, hindi na siya balance. Mali po ba? Okay, malalaman natin yan mamaya. But for now, subtract, 7,400, minus 3,875. There's a difference of 3,525. Okay? Ang 3,525 lumalabas, ito ang ating net income for the period. Okay? Because revenue is bigger than the expenses. Okay? Bigger ang revenue. Okay? So, meron tayong, net income, which is 3,570. So, you add 3,875 and 3,525. Okay, total niyan is 7,400. So, balance tayo ulit. Now, if you're going to tell me, of course, miss, magbabalance yan kasi inad mo yung difference. Okay? We will know that later pag gumagawa tayo ng balance sheet. Okay? So, let us proceed na with the preparation of the balance sheet column. Okay? So, ayan, ganun pa rin. Ang laman naman ng ating balance sheet ay ang assets, liabilities, and equity. Okay? So, ifo-forward mo lang din yan. Copy-paste mo lang yung amount. But you have to check kasi di ba kanina, meron tayong mga inad na accounts. Okay, may dinagdag tayo. So, i-check mo, baka meron din mga balance sheet accounts doon. And it turned out, meron nga. Ano yon? Yun ang accumulated depreciation at saka ang salary payable. Okay, so yan ay mga balance sheet accounts. Okay, so forward na lang natin from the adjusted trial balance yung ating mga amounts, okay? And then, total again the debit side and the credit side. Okay, so anong total niya? For the debit side, total is 49,400. For the credit side, the total is 45,875. Okay? 45,875. Yan. Okay, yan. Sasabihin nyo, Miss, hindi na naman balance. Okay, may problema po ba? Okay, check natin. Yung difference kanina, yung net income natin kanina na 3,525, idagdag natin yan ngayon sa ating credit side. Okay? So, i-add mo sila, 45,875, okay, minus 3,525, okay, total is 49,400. Pareho na sila ngayon ng debit side. So, meaning, ang ating worksheet ay correct. Kasi, okay, nagbalanse lahat ng side natin. Debit side and credit side ay balance lahat. Okay, so, ganun lang kadali gumawa ng worksheet. Okay, basta careful lang tayo sa paglalagay ng amount. Kung debit ba yan or credit ba yan. Okay, kasi pag nagkamali tayo ng lagay, okay, hindi na tayo magbabalance. Okay, so next please. Okay, so next slide please. Okay, meron tayo. Ang next slide natin dyan is, okay, checking your understanding. We have 3 questions for checking our understanding. Okay, so ang question ko una is, my first question is, okay, so it is usually prepared to facilitate the orderly preparation of the financial statements. Okay, okay, ang then choices A, ledger, B, journal, C, worksheet, and D, trial balance. Okay, so it is usually prepared to facilitate the orderly preparation of the financial statements. Okay, so there are 4 choices: A, ledger, B, journal, C, worksheet, and D, trial balance. Okay, okay, so ang answer natin dyan ay letter C, worksheet. Okay, now for my question number 2, okay, in the trial balance, accounts appear in what order or sequence? Okay, ano daw ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng accounts? Okay, sa trial balance. Is it A, assets, expenses, liabilities, equity, and income? B, assets, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses? And C, assets, liabilities, equity, expenses, and income? And D, alphabetically arranged. Okay? Ay, ang answer dyan is letter B. Okay? Letter B ang sagot natin. Assets, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses. Okay? Okay, for number 3, question, accumulated depreciation appears on the trial balance under the blank. A, debit column, B, credit column, C, upper column, and D, lower column. Okay? Accumulated depreciation appears on the trial balance under what column? A, debit column, B, credit column, and C, upper column, and D, lower column. Okay? And our answer is B, credit column. Okay? So I think that's about it for this week. Okay, so thank you so much. If you have questions, okay, you can message edtech deped at itulay. Okay, if you have feedbacks, okay, you can comment down. Okay, you can comment or you can directly message. Okay, message deped itulay. Okay, so I think that's about it for today, for this week rather. Okay, so thank you so much and hope to see you again next week.